Loris Karius. That's a name that won't get forgotten anytime soon. Before I really get into this, I want to ask a really quick favour of you all, just to scroll down, hit the subscribe button. It really does help us out, and it takes you literally 2 seconds to do. So yeah, Karius. 2 huge mistakes in possibly his biggest game in his career. Obviously he's going to get a lot of criticism over the next weeks and months after like an absolute nightmare. But I think it's just important to remember that he is very young, and he has been brilliant for the most part this season. After a shaky start to his Liverpool career, he was given the #1 shirt this season by Klopp. He had the fate of the manager behind him, and he started to pick up, and his performances were pretty good. But after last night, I can't see him staying on at Liverpool. Personally, I don't want him to stay after that. I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive him. I do believe, however, that he may have a decent career in front of him still, because like I said, he is very young and he is a decent goalkeeper. But I think after such a nightmare like that, I don't think there's any way back with the fans. I hope I'm wrong in a way, because like, he does seem a nice guy off the pitch as well, and obviously he did not mean to make the 2 mistakes. But some of the abuse he's been getting on social media is absolutely ridiculous. There's literally no need to send him death threats and threaten his family. Like, what is the point in that? Criticise him for his performance on the pitch all you like, but there's absolutely no need to send a man death threats. I'm sure he'd be the first person to admit that he made 2 mistakes, 2 absolutely glaring mistakes in front of the whole world. Quite frankly, he knows he's fucked up here. I don't think he needs to be reminded by like 10 million Liverpool fans on social media. Going forward, I do think we need to sign a new goalkeeper. Whether Jack Butland or Alisson are the right person to come in to replace him, I don't know. But what I do know is that I'm sick of our goalkeeping situation. Whether it's the keepers we have or the backroom staff, the coaches, I don't know. But obviously there's something wrong with the goalkeeper department at our club. I've seen a few people in the past criticising John Achterberg for his role at the club. Whether he really is the problem or not, I don't know. I know Karius has been on the up recently this season, but like, he still has that error in him. I've seen a few people say that Klopp should have known the keeper wasn't good enough and signed someone back in January perhaps. But then again, who are you going to sign in January like that? Like, there are very few world-class keepers in the world right now. And besides, like I've said already, like, Karius has been a good goalkeeper this season for the most part. There was no reason to expect that he would completely crack under the pressure like he did last night. I'm really undecided on the whole situation, if I'm honest, because I think Karius actually had a really good game last night, minus the 2 errors. He pulled off a few decent saves and did what he had to. Do I think he's a good enough goalkeeper for us? Maybe. If he keeps improving the way he has improved this season, I think he could be very good, but I can't imagine him getting back into this team. I think after ruining last night, it's going to be very hard for him to win back over with the fans, and even for Klopp to trust him again. It could literally be just a case of the big occasion getting into his head and he cracked under the pressure. Maybe if we were in the final again next year and he played, he might be better, he might be after learning from his experience. My thoughts right now are that I don't think he can play for us again. I don't think I can ever forgive him for it. I'd also like to just talk about the game last night as well. For the first maybe half an hour of the game, Liverpool dominated, just attacking the whole time. Then obviously Salah got injured, and don't even get me started on Sergio Ramos. He knew full fucking well what he was doing there. He had no other intention there but to injure Salah. But on a more positive note, it does look like Salah will be fit for the World Cup, which is absolutely fantastic. But without him on the pitch, we just weren't the same going forward, and Madrid started to get back into the game, and it all just went downhill from there really. Then obviously there was the first goal that Karius let in. You've all seen it by now, I don't need to explain what happened. Then Sadio Mane, the man who loves to score in the Champions League, pops up with the equaliser, tapping the ball over Keylor Navas after Lovren won the header from the corner. But then Gareth Bale scores an absolute worldie of a goal worthy of winning a final. Quite possibly the best goal to be ever scored in a Champions League final. It was just absolutely spectacular. The whole time coming up to this game, Craig just kept warning us that Gareth Bale could be a problem for us. And like, I was delighted when I seen he was on the bench, and I was terrified when I seen him coming off the bench. And rightly so, as he ended up tearing us a new arsehole. Why he doesn't start every game in that front three of him, Ronaldo and Benzema, I'll never know. Then there was the third goal, and I don't even want to talk about that at all. But look, at the end of the day, we've had an absolutely fantastic journey to this point in the competition. We've smashed some absolutely brilliant teams along the way. Man City, the 5-2 against Roma, 7-0 against Spartak, 5-0 against Porto as well. We've been absolutely blessed to watch this team for the whole season. They've been absolutely fantastic for the most part. We as a fan base are extremely lucky to see such an exciting team play every week. When you look at the likes of Man United who play boring football, like, no, we didn't win it, but I've thoroughly enjoyed this season from start to finish. And looking forward, I think we've a lot to be optimistic about for the future, with Naby Keita coming in now next month. Possibly Nabil Fekir. I don't know whether that's going to happen or not. I hope it does. I think he's a brilliant player. Possibly a new goalkeeper, maybe another centre-back to go along with Lovren and Van Dijk. Just mentioning Lovren, actually, I thought he was absolutely quality again last night. Like, for a man who was dead and buried and written off by everyone a few months ago, he's been absolutely fantastic these last few months. I think a lot of that is owed to Van Dijk coming in. I think he's given him a lot of confidence and they've really formed a good bond at the back. I'm more than happy to have Lovren and Van Dijk as our centre-back pairing next season, but I would like someone else to come in to challenge them. Maybe to push in, maybe drop Matip to 4th choice and bring in a better 3rd choice. But all in all, you have to be reasonably happy with this season. Like, we've massively overachieved in the Champions League. Even the most optimistic of Liverpool fans wouldn't have expected us to get to the final this season. Whether we can replicate this again next season, I don't know. But I think it's possible. Why not? We're only going to get better, and we're already pretty fucking good. You look at our Real Madrid team, okay, it's not as good as maybe the AC Milan team of 2005 or any of those brilliant teams, but like 3 Champions Leagues in a row is absolutely, it's insane. They're a quality team with a lot of experience, and it took them 2 goalkeeping blunders and an absolute worldie from Gareth Bale to beat us. So we're definitely on the right track anyway. I think what we just need to do is put our faith in Klopp. He knows what he wants to do with this team. Bring in some new players, challenge for the league next season, hopefully the Champions League too. There's no reason not to be optimistic for next season. That's my thoughts on it. So anyway, thanks for listening to me ramble on for like, what, 8 minutes. If you are new around here, hit the subscribe button. We've lots of videos coming up, lots of podcasts. Hit the like button, comment your thoughts below. I'll reply to all of them. Really interested to see what people think about the whole situation, like a day after, when tempers aren't flaring and everyone's not too emotional, or as emotional as last night at least. Yeah, thanks for watching, and up the fucking Reds.